Hello and good afternoon, everyone, to this class of physics. I hope all of you are great, Krishita. Let me say good afternoon first. Good afternoon, Vaini. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Raju. I hope everyone is good and fine. Reddy, good afternoon. After a long time, Reddy, what happened? Are you okay? Is your health okay, beta? Okay. Again, some of you are sending me messages. Likita and Sanjay, you are sending me messages on the other ID beta. Please send the messages. Everyone, please remember, please send your messages on the ID with the name Astik only. Good afternoon, Vijay. Please send your good afternoon, Yashwant. Nice to see you. Nice to see everyone today. Today is a great day. Last day we had around 85, 86 lakhs vaccination. And that's a good day for all of us as Indians. And I hope that all of us would be able to see each other and everything would be fine. Okay. Again, I will start the class with the same instructions. Keep your good afternoon, Tanu. Nikita, good afternoon. Yes, this is the ID that you send your messages. Keep your videos off as there might be a problem with the network and you might find your video or my video lagging. Good afternoon, Santosh. With this all, good afternoon, everyone. Let us start. Good afternoon, Anjali. Let us start with what we had ended, sort of a short recap. Good afternoon, Sai. Short recap, and then we will start with today's class. Do you recollect? Someone has already given me the answer to what I was supposed to ask. I forgot the name. The name just went away. Anyways, the first thing is we had discussed in the last class how we can represent vectors. Type of vectors, yes, Niharika, we had done with type of vectors. I had given you the long list. The same vectors. Yes, Kushita? Yes, Kushita, it was you. I had given a long list of the different types of vector, equal vector, parallel vector, this vector, that vector, and all. One vector is missing, which we will be discussing today. But before going into on to that, let us have a quick recap of what we did in the last class. Types of vectors we discussed. Yes. We also discussed how we can represent vectors, and as you can recollect, we had discussed two ways of representing vectors, way number one and way number two. Way number one is when we say the vector in terms of its unit and the angle, and way number two, we give it in terms of I and j. Now coming on to number one, we have a vector OA. Can anyone tell me? I think Krushita has already told me, but again, I'll give everyone a chance. How will I represent the vector OA, or how will I speak about OA as vector? Let's have some answers here. How will I speak about OA as vector? How will I say about OA? OA vector. What is the magnitude of this vector? Anyone? What is the magnitude of this vector? Santosh says the magnitude is 5 units. Now this can be 5 meter per second if it is velocity, 5 Newton if it is force, anything. 5 units, magnitude is 5 units. Okay. What about the direction? And we have talked about direction in great detail in the last class. How will you say the direction? Anyone? Krushita has already given me the answer. Let us remind, how did we say? Already have 30 messages. Direction is plus 30 degree, Sanjay, with the spec, or not 30 degree beta. You have to be very precise in telling the direction. It has to be plus 30 degree with which axis? We have to also define the axis with positive x-axis. It would be better if we also say the quadrant in the first quadrant. We already discussed why it is positive 30 degree. Can anyone tell me why it is positive 30 degrees? Why it is positive 30 degrees? Why is it positive 30 degrees? Can anyone tell me that? CW, no, it is not clockwise, beta, it is anti-clockwise. Look at this, look at the clock. This is going anti-clockwise from the positive x-axis, and hence it is plus 30 degrees. Am I clear with this? Yes, since it is positive, since it is anti-clockwise, it is positive 30 degrees. Can I have some raised hand that we have understood this and we have recollected this from the previous class? Okay, 5, only 5? Only 5 people recollected? That's sad. We all understand this, right? 10, 12, 15. Okay, great. You all understand this. So that was first way of representing a vector. We represent it in terms of its magnitude and its angle. We also discussed unit vectors in the last class, I, j, k. I is the unit vector along positive x. J is the vector along positive y. And k is the vector along positive z-axis. We are not dealing with z-axis. We are not dealing with third dimension. We are just keeping ourselves onto 2 dimensions. Now, going on to that, can you tell me how will I represent OB vector? How will I write OB vector from the knowledge of the previous class? I hope you have all seen the previous class and were attentive in that. I already have 50 messages. Anyone give me the answer to this one? How will I represent vector OB in that form of the form of I, j and k? How will I represent the vector OB in the form I, j and k? Anyone? 5i minus 3j. No beta, I told you. Please be very careful. Write it in this fashion. 5i, 5 along I plus 3 along minus j. It would be more better for you at this stage in the first state that you write it like this. Books may not write it like this. They will write it as 5i minus 3j. But I told you, when I see 5i minus 3j, it looks like it is 5 along I and minus 3 along j, which is not correct. It is 3 along minus j. Am I clear that we write it like this? You all understand this? Only 2 participants understand this? Shameful, I am not doing a good job. Sanjay says yes. 5, 7, 10. Okay, great. And please remain attentive in the class because the things that we are going to do is going to have a deep impact throughout your syllabus in 11th and 12th. Okay, so if you don't understand anything, now is the time that you raise the doubt. When the doubt is small, it's easier to clear. When it becomes bigger, it becomes a problem. So I move on to the next slide. And now we go into understanding how I'm going to convert. How I'm going to convert what? How am I going to convert what? From one system to the other system. We had seen 2 ways of defining the vectors. So now we'll try to understand how we can move from this one to that one, from that one to this one. Let us see how we can do that. And I've just today understood how to make arrows. That's why I'm using this. Every day, as I said, you must learn something. This is what I've learned today. Everyone should learn something every day. Now, let us see how I can use this simple common sense that we have understood and how we'll apply it here. So, this is my vector. See, I've become a pro here. Just by some practice, I've become a pro. O, you understand the meaning of pro? Pro means professional. Okay, OA is my vector. Its magnitude is 5, so I'm just writing 5 here. Its magnitude is 5, I'm writing 5 here. And this angle is 30 degrees. So I've taken an example from the previous one. This is my positive x-axis. This is my negative x-axis. This is my positive y-axis. And this is my negative y-axis. Now, what is my problem here? What do I want to do here? Anyone? Anyone can tell me what is the problem here? What I want to do? What I want to do? What I want to do here? Anyone? What do I want? What do I want to do? Points. What points, Goli? What do you mean by points? What I mean to do here? What I intend to do here? What I intend is from this form, I want to convert it into I and J wala form. From this form, I want to convert it into I and J wala form. Now, how am I going to do that? How will I convert this vector, which is in the form of magnitude and direction, into I and J? Into I and J. Represent letters. What do you mean by represent letter, Kushita? Maybe you mean that I will want to represent in the form of I and J. Now, how do I do it? Look very closely. So what do? I just drop a line here. This is perpendicular, as you can understand, and I just do here. So basically what I want to know is how much is this x and how much is this y. If I get the value of this x and this y, if I get the value of this x and this y, please remember, please understand, if I get the value of this x and this y, I can write this vector OA as, if I get the value of this x and this y, I can write the value of OA or OA vector as what? How can I write OA vector if I know the value of x and y? How can I write the value of, how can I write OA vector if I know the value of x and y? Question. No one has an answer? X, Y, 5, I don't know. So basically if I get the value of x and y, this would be like this would be x and y. And then yes, Anjali, I can write in the form of ing. Yes, yes, Santosh, correct. I can write it like this, x along I, please see, x along I, open your eyes, x along I with a bracket ready, not without the bracket. I told you not to write without the bracket. Y along j. Am I clear? If I get the value of this x and y, I can write the vector OA in this form and my intention is fulfilled. I'm able to do what I intended. So the only problem now is to get the value of x and y. Do we understand this? Do we understand this? Everyone understand this? Can I have some raised hands? That we understand that we have to get the value of x and y? Great, great, great. Already have around 80 messages. Great. Now, this problem now reduces to a very simple one. Can anyone tell me what is the problem now? Now let me call this thing as B, this point as B, and what I have here is a very simple thing. I have a right angle triangle like this. This is my O, this is my A, this is my B, this is my 30 degrees, and this length is 5. Do we understand this? Do we understand this? I've drawn this triangle over here. Do we understand this? We understand this? This becomes my perpendicular, this becomes my base, and this gentleman becomes my hypotenuse. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes? You understand this? Okay. And then we had seen sine theta, cos theta, and we remember that base divided by hypotenuse can be written as cos of 30. Yes or no? Yes or no? Base divided by hypotenuse can be written as cos of 30. Yes or no? Pythagoras theorem? No, it's not Pythagoras theorem. It is triangular ratio. Yes, yes. So I can write base, which is OB, as 5 multiplied by cos of 30. How much is cos of 30? It is root 3 by 2. Are we getting my point? Are we getting my point? So my base, which is x, becomes 5 root 3 by 2. Are you getting my point, everyone? Can I have some raised hands that I have got this? Yes. 5 root 3 by 2 becomes my base, which is OB. What about AB, which is my perpendicular? What about AB, which is my perpendicular? So perpendicular upon hypotenuse must be equal to sine of 30 degrees, sine of 30 degrees. So my perpendicular becomes hypotenuse, which is 5, multiplied by sine of 30, which is half. So it becomes 5 by 2. Is everyone getting my point? So this becomes 5 by 2. Am I clear? Am I clear with this? Can I have some raised hands? How I've done this? I have simply used one right angle triangle OAB, seen what is perpendicular, seen what is base, apply simple trigonometry, perpendicular upon hypotenuse is sine theta, Base upon hypotenuse is cos theta. And from there I got the value of base and hypotenuse. Now I can just put the value of x and y and get the value of the vector OA, or find the vector OA. So what does my OA vector become? Anyone? What is the answer? What is my OA vector? What is my OA vector? It is simply, anyone? 5 root 3 by 2 along I plus 5 by 2 along J. Is everyone following me? How I achieved this result? We understood how I got OA as 5 root 3 I and 5 by 2 J. Can I have some raised hands here? So what I have done, I have taken a right angle triangle, found the value of base. Base upon hypotenuse is cos of 30. That is trigonometric ratio. So base becomes 5 multiplied by cos of 30. You must remember the value of cos of 30. On similar lines, perpendicular upon hypotenuse is sine of 30. And I have 5 into 1 by 2. Am I clear? And then I substitute the value of x and the value of y in the original one, and I get my answer. Am I clear? Am I clear? Anyone, any doubt? Please raise. Clear? Clear. Okay. Okay. Now I give you a short trick. Every time, once you have to convert it, it becomes very difficult for you to do all this, to draw all that right angle triangle and then apply base and hypotenuse and this. I will give you a very small trick. Are we ready for that trick? Are we ready for that trick? A very small trick, which obviously is not very difficult to understand. And it simply comes from what we have done, and we have just generalized it. And I'm just generalizing it. So basically what I am doing here is, first of all, I'm going to again draw that vector, that is my vector here. And then what I'm going to do is write it OA. This was 5 and this was 30. Now see and watch carefully. This is 5 units. And this angle with which axis? X axis, positive x. This is negative x. This is positive y. I hope everyone is following me. Please look at the board now. Angle with the x axis is 30. Angle with the x axis is 30. So x axis wala side, this side ke saath, with whatever side the angle is made, that side becomes 5 cos of that angle. So in this case, it becomes 5 cos of 30. This side becomes cos of 30 because 30 degree is the angle with x-axis. Are you getting my point? 30 degree is the angle with x-axis. And therefore the side with x-axis will become 5 times cos 30. Am I clear? Am I clear? Now, once you know the value of x-axis is cos of 30, y-axis automatically becomes what? Y-axis automatically becomes what? X-axis is cos of 30. So what will y-axis be? Y-axis will be equal to sine of 30. Yes, Santosh. Yes, Niharika. So once we get only one side, the second side can be guessed. So this one will be 5 sine of 30. Am I clear with everyone? So you don't have to draw the triangle every time. You can just use your brain and write this straight away. Okay. Now, many a times, instead of angle with the x-axis, many a time, instead of angle with x-axis, you might be given angle with the which axis? Y-axis. Y-axis. Is everyone following me? Is everyone paying attention here? Sometimes instead of x-axis, you might be given angle with the y-axis. Now tell me, if you are given angle with the y-axis, then how will you proceed? What will you do? Yes, one way, as Pranay says, is find out the angle with x-axis. 90 minus angle with y-axis will be angle with x-axis. And then you can apply what we have learned. That is one way of doing it. Very good. Anyone with another way? Anyone with another way of doing it? Pranay says that reverse, yes. Let us see how will you reverse. Pranay says that if angle with y-axis is given, find the angle with x-axis. Very good. Nice idea. Or if you don't want to do that, do this. See. Now, this is your 5. This is your 5. And this angle is 60. So now I know this angle is 60 and this side is 5. So this side becomes 5 cos of 60. Is everyone understanding my point? Yes, Anna, that's correct. So I have not calculated the angle with x-axis. I have not calculated the angle with x-axis. I am using the angle with y-axis. And then I'm writing this side as 5 cos 60. If this side is 5 cos 60, what about this side, which is now the perpendicular? Yes, everyone. Yes, Santosh. This becomes 5 sine of 60. Any ways you do it, the answer would be same if you understand it correctly. Am I clear with everyone? Anjali says yes. I am not getting raised hands today. Jayashankar says yes. Can I have some raised hands? Only 2 people have understood. Hanak says clear. Okay, there is bar is going up. 12. Great. 12, 13, and I got 5 than this. So we have understood that. Anyone has any doubt? Please raise. Anyone has any doubt? Please raise now. Because I will give you a question after this. So we have understood the red one was angle with x-axis. I did it with x-axis wala angle. Then we had angle with y-axis. We did it with y-axis. Doesn't matter whatever axis is given to you. You can do it with the same axis. Are we ready for a question now? Oh, sorry. I have only found out the sides. We still have to write the vector. I'm sorry, I forgot that. How will I write the vector now? Oops, what is this? Okay. How will I write the vector now? Now I can write OA vector as, this is the x-axis, 5 cos 30. Cos 30 is 3 by 2, root 3 by 2. So I'll write it like this, 5 root 3 by 2. This is along positive x-axis. So I'll write it as I. Then I will see this is 5 sine 30. Sine 30 is half. So I'll write it as 5 multiplied by half, that is 5 by 2. And then this is along positive y-axis. So I will write J. Am I clear how I've written this? Raise hands for me. Yes. Clear. Okay. Now I'll give you one question and I will expect an answer in the form of vector. Are we ready for this? Everyone ready? Let's see who gets me the answer. So I'll draw a big one here in the middle so that I can draw. Oh, this is Tera. How do I make it theta? I can do it. Undo. Okay, got it. This looks theta. Okay, I don't have to name the axis. I hope you understand what are the axes is. Yes or no? So the first one is this one. That's what happened here. The first one is here. The magnitude is 10 units. and this angle is given as 60 degrees. This is O and this is A. Please tell me how we will write OA vector in the form of ing. Please tell me how will you write the vector OA in the form of ing, and I'm waiting for your answers. No one with an answer? Okay, I'll wait. Jaya, I need the answer for the vector. I don't need answer for x, y. I don't understand x, y. 5i plus 5 root 3j, Raju says, and I think Raju is correct. 5i, 5 along I, and 5 root 3 along j. Santosh has written it in the correct way. 5 bracket I, 5 root 3 bracket j. That is correct. Since I have an answer now, I can proceed. So this is my perpendicular that I've drawn. This is the side. The angle is 60. So this one becomes 10 cos of 60. Cos of 60 is half. So I straight away write half here. So this becomes my x wala component. And then this becomes my y wala component. 10 times sine of 60. Sine of 60 is root 3 by 2. So that becomes 5 root 3. Now is the time that I write the answer, and the answer is OA vector. OA vector becomes, this is the vector along x-axis, which is 5, and this is along positive x-axis, so this is 5i. This one is along positive y plus 5 root 3 along j. How many of you got this answer? How many of you got this answer? Only 3 people? 4 people? Only 4 people? 5? 7, 10, 12. I got. 5 says I got. Okay, okay. You can raise hand. 15, 20. Okay. So have you understood the concept of converting magnitude and direction into this vector form? Can I give you one more? Okay. Oops, why is it going ulta? Okay. Now I call this one as OB. I call this one as OB. Let me write the unit as 15 and let me write this as 30 degrees. So I have now changed the vector. It is now OB vector going like this. Angle is given as 30 degrees and the magnitude is given as 15. I hope you understand the magnitude of this thing is, the length of this line is 15. And I'm waiting for your answers. This is plus x, if you don't know. This is plus y, just for your reference. This is minus y, for your reference. This is minus of x, just for your knowledge. And I'm again waiting for your answers. I want the description of OB vector in terms of I and j. We already have around 150 messages, but we want more. I want more answers from each and every one. More participation. The more you participate, the more fun the class becomes. And you will enjoy it. Once you enjoy the class, you will start to enjoy physics as well. Anyone? OB, length is 15, and angle is given as 30 degrees from y-axis, plus 30 degrees from y-axis. It's anti-clockwise. Shall I help? (15 by 2 along minus I and 15 root 3 by 2 along j. I think you are right, beta. That is absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Very good. I'm very impressed that you have understood what I wanted to say. Correct, beta. So I'll just extend this y-axis. It was a bit small. 5 root 3 minus I and 15j. Wrong, beta. You have missed the factor of half. 15 by 2j. I think that is correct side. Correct. Okay. You just need a bit of practice. And since I've got so many wonderful answers, I'll just do it. I'll just drop the perpendicular from here. The angle is given with this side, which is y-axis. So y-axis wala side will become 15 cos of 30. 15 times cos of 30. How much is cos of 30? Is root 3 by 2. Cos of 30 is root 3 by 2. One side becomes cos of 30, so the other side will become sine of 30. 15 times sine of 30. Sine of 30 is half. Sine of 30 is half. Now is the time to write. Now is the time to write. Write what? To write the vector. So how will I write OB vector? OB vector. This is 15 by 2. So this is 15 by 2. The direction is along minus x. So I'll write it as minus I. Always remember, you always write x-axis first, then y, then z. So 15 by 2 along minus I, then along y I have 15 root 3 by 2. So plus 15 by 2 times root 3, and the direction is along plus y. So that is your answer. Anyone has any doubts regarding this, how we have done this? Anyone has any doubts? 15 root 3 by 2 minus I is wrong. 15 by 2j is wrong. That is the answer. If you don't want to do it by y-axis, as I already told you, you could have found out this angle and then you could have written it as 60 degrees and then you could have done it in that way. No matter how you do it, you should always end up with the same answer. Am I clear with this point? Am I clear with this point? Yes or no? I'll give you one last. And again, the last question is always the one. If you can do the last one, you can do all the rest of the ones. So here comes the last one in this category. Here comes the last one in this category, and I will just name it as OC. I will call this as 20. And Janbujki, I will give this angle with y-axis because you get confused. So I have given this angle with the y-axis as 60 degrees. Now you should tell me what is OC vector. OC vector in terms of I and j, and I am waiting for your answers. OC vectors in terms of I and j. I hope everyone does it without any mistake. You can only do a silly mistake in the sense that you might overlook the angle and with which axis the angle is made. That is the only thing that you can overlook. If you just be careful, take a deep breath and then do it, you should be doing it nicely. I already have around 200 messages. Let me see if I've not missed anyone. Raju clear, Hannah clear. Okay. Anyone with an answer now? OC is 10 along minus I, 10 root 3 along minus j. I think that is correct. I think that is correct. Why should we keep bracket? Because bracket tells us that it is along I and along j. I just want you to do that way so that afterwards you can do away with the bracket. 10 root 3 along minus I, 10 along minus j. Manaswita also says this. So everyone is getting me the correct answer. I think that should be the answer. If so many people are getting me this answer, let me go ahead. Let me draw a line. Tuck. This is 20 and this angle is 60 with this axis. So this side has to be 20 cos of 60. Cos of 60 is half. So this is 20 by 2. Y-axis is 20 into 1 by 2. X-axis will be 20 sine of 60. Sine of 60 is root 3 by 2. Now is the time. Now is the time that I write the vector OC. Vector OC will be first I will write the x-axis. So x-axis becomes 10 root 3. Then I see along what direction it is. It is along minus x. Someone asked me why we are writing brackets. Bracket denotes the direction. It's along minus I. Am I clear? That's why I'm drawing bracket so that you understand it correctly. Am I clear? 10 root 3 along minus I plus y-axis is 10, 10, and the direction is along minus y, so I write minus j. Anyone got any different answer? Please speak. Sir, I got a different answer. I'm confused. Sir, I got a different answer. I'm confused. Anyone in that state? Please do not remain in a confused state. I am here to clear your doubts. Ask your doubts whenever you feel comfortable. So, same answer I got. Great, beta. Use the brackets because we will be needing them. That's why we have used them. Don't worry. Once you get older and more mature, you can go away with the bracket because you will understand what those brackets mean. Now, up till now, what we have done is we were given a vector in terms of magnitude and direction, and we converted it to ij. This is what. Okay, Harshita says she got the answer, but she wrote it wrongly. That's what I said, beta. Please be very careful and very attentive. If you do a silly mistake, it will hurt you a lot. Doesn't matter. We are still learning. Orthogonal unit vector. Yes, in terms of orthogonal unit vectors, we got the answer. Now we will try to do the reverse of it. Now we will try to do the reverse of it. What will be the reverse of this, anyone? What would be the reverse of this? So the reverse of this would be like this. Oops. What's happening? See, if you learn something new, you are supposed to make mistakes. That is what I am doing. So if you are doing mistakes, it's natural. I am trying this thing for the first time. I am doing mistakes. The arrows are coming here and there. But see, that's how you learn. You learn by your mistakes, and I am learning from them. What we have been doing till now? Till now, we were given a vector in terms of units and magnitude and direction. We were converting it to ijk. Now we'll do the reverse of it. What do you mean by reverse of it? Now a vector would be given to us in the form of ing, and we'll try to convert into what? We will try to convert it into magnitude and direction. Let us say this is the vector given to us, OA vector. Let us say it is equal to, what should I use? 3i, 3 along I plus 4 along j. 3 along I plus 4 along j. Now I have to convert it into what? Anyone? What I want to convert it into now? Just given in terms of I and j. What I want to do now? Please tell me. I want to convert it into magnitude and direction. So basically, if it is given in terms of I and j, I know that this is 3 and this is 4. Now it becomes a pretty simple question. Now what I need to do is simplify. This is 3 tuck. So this is 3. Very simple now. This is 3. This gentleman is 4. Pythagoras, remember Pythagoras theorem. This is 3, this is 4. How much is OA? Anyone knows it? Yes, it has to be 5. How did I get this 5? So we'll just write how I got 5. So OA vector, the magnitude, these two dandas become magnitude, will be equal to under root of what? Pythagoras theorem Anjali says under root of what? 3 is I and 4 is j. Under root of what? 3 squared plus 4 squared. Am I clear? What everyone said? Has this thing gone in everyone's mind that we have to do this 3 square plus 4 square and we are done? Yes, sir. Great, sir. I did not get many raised hands. That's shameful. Not many people have understood this. Only 5 people. I'm not doing a good job. Okay, 10, 15, 5 square. Yes. So I'll get the magnitude as 5. So OA, I can write magnitude as OA, right? Instead of writing the entire thing, I can just write it as OA. We did that, right? Now the next thing is, what is the next thing? I got the magnitude, right? What is the next thing that I need? Anyone tell me, what is the next thing that I need? I need a direction. Yes, Niharika, direction. Tell me the direction. Angle, direction, tell me, Anjali. Tell me the direction. How do I get the direction? It's very simple. So I need to find out the value of this angle theta. Again, go back to your Pythagoras theorem and tan theta, cos theta, and I'll just draw here 1 theta. This is the right angle triangle. This angle is theta. This is x-axis. Or this is base. This is y-axis, which is the perpendicular. I can write, remember the slope thing. I can write, do you remember the slope? Slope, tan theta, slope. Anyone remember slope? Tan theta, dy by dx, slope, tan theta, slope of a straight line. Do we recollect it? M slope, tan theta, y by x, slope, positive slope, negative slope. Zero slope, infinite slope, tan theta 0, positive, negative. Do we remember that? No one remembers it? Sad day in the history of mankind. We don't remember slopes. Please say, please raise some hands, delta y by delta x, so that I understand that we remember it better. Otherwise, my faith gets shaken. Okay. Tan theta is simply equal to y by x, the slope of this line. So I can write the value of tan theta here. Here tan theta will be equal to the y value divided by x value, 4 divided by 3. 4 divided by 3. So theta becomes, we talked about inverse function. Do we remember inverse function? We talked about inverse function. Tan inverse of 4 by 3. Do we remember inverse function? Inverse functions. Do we remember inverse functions? Yes. This theta will be equal to 53 degrees. I told you about sine 37, cos 37. Please remember, sine of 37 is equal to 3 by 5, which is equal to cos of 53. Do we remember this? Please tell me yes or no. Sine of 53 degrees is equal to 4 by 5, which is equal to cos of 37. Do we remember this? Otherwise, my faith will be shaken that we have lost everything. No, we are not lost. Sine by cos is tan. Tan of 53 is 4 by 3. So theta becomes 53 degrees. Do we understand this? Can I have some raised hands? Okay. And as you can see, again, there is a short form to this, shortcut. And what is the shortcut? You don't have to draw all this. You just look at what is x, just look at what is y. Look at x, look at y. And what is the magnitude of OA? Magnitude of the vector OA is nothing but root over x squared plus y squared. Am I clear? Don't have to draw this triangle and all this. No, you don't have to do this shortcut. Root over x squared plus y squared. Am I clear? Thumbs up. Yes, sir. No, sir. We are not in this universe, sir. We are there in this universe? Yes, sir. Okay, how do I get the angle? Tan theta. And remember, this theta is with x-axis. This theta is with x-axis. That will be equal to y by x. Am I clear? Theta is with x-axis and y by x. Theta is it with x-axis and it is y by x. Clear, sir? Sometimes, and this is an important thing, in what we are going to do, sometimes you might have to find angle with the y-axis. So sometimes we might have to find this phi, which is the angle with y-axis. Please mark my words, listen to me very carefully. Sometimes you might have to find y-axis wala angle with the y-axis. Now apply some common sense. With the x-axis, angle was y by x. With the x-axis, angle by y by x. What will be the angle of tan phi? Tan phi with the y-axis. And I'm hoping that someone gives me the right answer. Hannah says 37. Yes, 37 is the answer in this case, but I want a general value. I gave you general value. Tan theta with x-axis is y by x. Jay Shankar comes with the correct answer. Maybe others do not understand my question. I gave you general value of tan theta with x-axis. Tan theta with x-axis is y by x. I want to find out, you tell me, what is the general value of tan of phi angle with the y-axis, and the answer is x divided by y. Am I clear with everyone? If I have to find the angle with the y-axis, yes Anjali, yes Manaswit, Jai Shankar, yes. If you have to find angle with y-axis, x by y. If you want to find the angle with x-axis, y by x, in all cases, you will get tan theta. Anyone has a doubt with this? Please come up. Please come up if you have a doubt with this. If you don't have any doubt, then you will have to solve a question. Are we clear with this question? Are we ready to do a question? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes, everyone is ready. Is this of again line? Why I'm making tera lines? I can't make a straight line. This looks straight. I'm having some vertical problems. I can't make a vertical straight line. Okay. Okay, now I am giving the question with a twist. And the twist is, I made it in a different quadrant. That's the only twist. That's the only twist that you can get better. Can't get more twist. So this is my OA vector. And instead of writing it in I and J, okay, I'll write it in I and J so that you don't get confused first of all. So this OA vector is 3 along minus I plus 4 along J. But remember, this is how I write it. This is how I write it. And I write it correctly. But the books will write it like this, minus 3I plus 4J. So the question that you will get in the books will be this one. So please remember, when it is written like this, it actually means this. Am I clear with what I am saying? Am I clear with what I am saying? And remember, beta, whenever a question is given to you in this form, whenever a question is given to you in this form, this diagram won't be there. I'm just drawing the diagram for one time. Otherwise, you will have to draw the diagram on your own. The diagram won't be there as a graphic that you can see. You'll only be given a vector and then you will have to convert it. So diagram you will have to draw. I'm just giving it for one so that all of you can get confidence that you can convert it from this form to the other form. Your time has already started and I'm waiting for your answers. We have some raised hands here. Karthik, Goli, Tanu, do you have any doubt, beta? Please come up with your doubts if you have. No one has any doubts, but no one also has any answers for me. Five. Sai says 5. What is 5, Sai? What is 5? OA, magnitude of vector OA, which is simply OA, or you can write it like this, or you can write it simply like OA. That will be equal to 5. Very correct. 3 square plus 4 squared, the root is 5. I hope everyone understands this. Direction is missing. Put the missing link. Direction is missing. Put the missing link. Magnitude 5, 53 degree with minus x-axis. Very nice, Manaswit. Very nice. I was calling you Manaswita. I was sorry. I did not see the entire spelling. Great. Great. That is good. Everyone got an answer. So we got the magnitude. How did I get the magnitude? Simply root over. Don't square minus 3 beta. Square 3. Now you will say, sir, what is the difference? 3 square and minus 3 square both are same. I know both are same. Remember, this minus 3 does not stand for its magnitude. 3 is the magnitude. Don't square minus. Square 3. Are you getting my point? Everyone getting my point? Don't square minus 3. Square 3. Square 3. So it will be 3 squared plus 4 squared the root. So I get 53. So I get 5. Now I have to find tan theta. And remember, this tan theta is with x-axis. So I write x-axis. And then I divide y by x. Now there might be a small confusion. Sir, should I divide 4 by minus 3? Which looks like what I've written in this. Or should I divide 4 by 3 from the Upperwala way? What should I do? Anyone with this doubt? I have a doubt. Even if I'm teaching you, I have a doubt. And this is my doubt. Should I divide 4 by minus 3 or should I divide 4 by 3? Santosh says 4 by 3. Manaswit says 4 by 3. Anjali says 4 by 3. Everyone says 4 by 3. No one for 4 by minus 3. That's not good. That's not good. Yeah, Hannah is saying 4 by minus 3. Hannah, very sorry to say that this should not be done. Divide 4 by 3. Divide positive number by positive number. So then you will get the answer. Remember, it is in the x-axis. So tan theta becomes 4 by 3. So your theta becomes 53 degrees. Now look at me very carefully on the whiteboard and see what I am doing. I have drawn this. I have drawn this for you. This should not have been drawn. I look at the angle 53 degrees. I look at the magnitude 5. Two things. And then I look at the quadrant. This is minus I and this is j. I look at the quadrant. One is minus I, the other is j. So which quadrant it must lie? X is negative, y is positive. X is negative, y is positive. So it must lie in the second quadrant. So it must lie in the second quadrant. Second quadrant, the angle with x-axis is 53. Listen to me very carefully. Second quadrant, angle with x-axis is 53. So this has to be the angle 53. I have drawn it beta the diagram. The diagram should not be there. You will have to draw the diagram. So this is 53 and this magnitude is 5 and that is your answer. And then you draw this line. Am I clear what I have uttered up till now, what I have said up till now? Because in the next question, you will not be getting any diagram. You will have to draw the diagram on your own. You will have to understand in which quadrant the vector lies. Everything is on you. The onus is on you guys in the next question. Are we ready for the next challenge, which might be the last challenge for today? If you can do this, you can do everything else. I am not getting some raised hands. I only got through 280 messages today. Two less. Two less. Ready, sir? Okay, sir. So this is your question, sir. My OA vector is My OA vector is 4 along I plus 3 along minus j. Remember, books will not write it in this fashion. So if I get time, I will do one question more in the form of book, the way it is written in book. 4I, 3 minus j, you have to tell me the magnitude, you have to tell me the direction, and you also need to draw the vector, which we will do finally. And I'm trying to draw a straight vertical line. Again, it is not straight. What's wrong with me? I can't draw a straight line. Yes, it's straight. See, every day you learn something. If you learn something new, you'll make mistakes. Magnitude is 5. Kushita says, Kushita, everything should be there. Only magnitude doesn't help. If you talk about magnitude of a vector, you are talking about fourth quadrant. Yes, Reddy comes with the second answer. Fourth quadrant. Angle is still missing, beta. You can't miss the angle. Even this is not perfectly correct. Okay. Let me not disturb it. Let me not disturb. Okay. I've got 5. I have got fourth quadrant, 53 degrees with axis. Jai Shankar, you are not talking about the axis. That's shameful. Talk about the axis. Talk about the axis. Magnitude 5, direction 53 with x-axis. Wrong. Santosh, it's not 53. 53 with minus x. Wrong, Manaswit. You are absolutely wrong. It's not in the fourth quadrant then. 53 with y-axis. Anjali says, and that is correct. 53 with y-axis in the fourth quadrant. That is correct. That is correct. Let us do it. Let us do it. OA vector. OA vector ka magnitude. If you don't want to write this much, just simply write OA. That would be equal to 4 square plus 3 square ka root. That is 5. Simply 5. No problems with this one. Tan theta with the x-axis. I always write x-axis. To find the angle with x-axis, you divide y by x. Y is 3 divided by x, 4. So my theta becomes 37 degree with x-axis. I hope everyone is following me. Now is the time that I draw it. Now to draw it, I look at the quadrant. This is positive. This one is positive and this one is negative. It lies in the fourth quadrant. Go to the fourth quadrant and draw this gentleman. Then mark it as OA. The magnitude is known as 5. So write the magnitude as 5. 37 degrees with x-axis in the fourth quadrant. This is the x-axis. This is the fourth quadrant. This would be the angle. And this is my answer. Absolutely correct. Were you able to do this? How many of you got this answer? This exact answer in the exact way. Anjali says yes. Hannah says yes. Only 2 people got the answer. 5, 10. Okay. Jai Shankar says yes. Yes, it is minus 37 beta. Yes, it is minus 37 because this is clockwise. This is minus 37. No doubt about it. It's correct. Minus 37. Shall I give you one last in the form of what is written in books? In the form of what is written in books? Yes or no? Yes, and that is our last question for today. You have to draw a vector OA. It is 12i minus 5j. This is how it is written in books. So I have just written in the bookish form, and I expect the magnitude, I expect the direction. You may not know the angle, so you can call it tan inverse of something. That is good enough. You write tan inverse of something, that is good enough. And then you have to draw the vector and tell me where it lies. Someone is already there with the magnitude. You know, there are some 3 numbers which are known as Pythagorean triplets. Yes, Kushita, Pythagorean triplets. Pythagorean triplets 3, 4, and 5 are known as Pythagorean triplets. 3 square plus 4 square is 5 square. 12, 5, and 13 are known as Pythagorean triplets. 12 square plus 5 square is 13 square. These are Pythagorean triplets that we are talking about. Okay, so let me solve this for you. Let me solve this for you. OA vector, the magnitude, if you don't want to write this much, you can simply write it as OA, good enough. 12 square, don't square minus 5, square 5. 12 square plus 5 square ka root over 169, that will be equal to 13. Yes, 13. Then you find tan theta with x-axis. What do you divide? What by what? You divide 5 by 12, not minus 5. So it is 5 by 12. I divide 5 by 12. So what is theta? I can write theta as tan inverse 5 by 12. Am I clear? Tan inverse 5 by 12. Am I clear with this? Yes or no? Now is the time that I have to draw a straight vertical line. And I think I have still not done good. See, every time you learn something new, I am having a parallax, I guess. Yes, this is looking good. Every time you learn something new, you will face challenges. Even this is not correct. Now it is correct. So everyone faces challenges, right? Okay, now I look at drawing this. Look at which quadrant it lies. X is positive. X is positive and Y is negative. X is positive, Y is negative. Which quadrant? Fourth quadrant. Yes, it lies in the fourth quadrant. So I write fourth quadrant so that I don't remember. I don't forget fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant it must lie, and this is what I draw. And then I write O here, A here. The magnitude is 13. Then fourth quadrant, I already know this angle has to be with the x-axis. So this angle is tan inverse 5 by 12. Am I clear of what I have drawn? This is my vector OA. Am I clear of what I have done here in this class today? Anyone has any doubts as to what we have done, what we have accomplished in this class? In this class, we have tried to understand how we can represent vectors in two different forms, and we try to convert from one form to the other form. Am I clear with this? Anyone has any doubts? Please raise it up. If you don't have any doubts, I would call off this class. I am still here for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. If you have any doubts, please ask. From my side, the class is over. Enjoy your day and keep studying hard. Stay home and stay safe. Bye bye, beta.